Hello and welcome back to Healthy Spouse, Healthy House. My name is Tony and my channel focuses on health, wellness, and relationships. You see, I believe that there are 15 different areas of health that any one person can work on at any point in time in their lives. So each week, I ask you to join me as I introduce, define, and discuss each one of those areas of health. And then in the end, we make plans and we make goals so that we can become healthier in those areas. And y'all, I would really appreciate it if you will put your plans and your goals or even your thoughts in the comment section so I can see how you guys are doing or what you're thinking, anything like that, so we can have some interaction, have some conversation. Okay, can you do that for me? I would love that. Yep, I would love that. Anyway, so guys, I'm still on this social health kick and I've covered so many topics on social health. Y'all, this is video number 4. So I've shared so much information so much. And if you want to catch up, then come and watch this video, fine. You could watch it, you could still watch it, and then go back and watch the other ones. But so anyway, if you want to catch up, you can watch my other videos on social health. So let's start. So to refresh your memory, we define social health as a term that refers to the ways in which a person creates healthy and positive interpersonal relationships with one another. It's also an individual's ability to handle and act appropriately in social conditions. So friendships are very important, and we talked about that in the last video. Friendships are so very important to your social health and ultimately your overall health. And that's because there are so many benefits to having good friendships in your life. Having good friendships improves your self-confidence and your self-worth, being around like-minded people and people that encourage you. Friendships, they just help you cope with, good friendships help you cope with the traumas in your life and things that come up, like the loss or death of a loved one or a pet, or the loss of a job, or a serious illness diagnosis, or divorce, and different things like that. Just having the support of a good friend in so many different ways can really just help you through different things. So anyway, but what happens if you don't have good friendships in your life? Just like having good friendships can, it does positively affect your health in life. Having bad friendships or unhealthy, toxic relationships have negative, lasting effects on your health and on your life. Guys, in this video, I'm going to cover 3 things, and that's the characteristics of a toxic friend. We're going to go through a list of a few things. Of course, there's so much more, but we're just going to go through a few things. We're also going to talk about signs and also different scenarios or feelings that people may have if they're in a unhealthy or toxic friendship. And these are just things to look for. And lastly, I'm going to give you just a few tips on like how to deal with toxic friends. So, let's get started with the characteristics of a toxic friend. In my last video, I talked about the qualities of a good friend. So in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the characteristics of a toxic friend. So some of those characteristics include negativity. Like your friend is constantly being negative about so many different things. And even when you have positive things going on in your life, or even if they have positive things going on in their life, they keep focusing on negative things. Next, a toxic friend can be very inconsiderate of your time, of your patience, your money, anything. Just inconsiderate. Also, toxic friends can be needy. They can be needy, and not to say that friendships won't go through times where one person will need the other person a little more. Sometimes that happens, but no, this is when this is constant, y'all. It's when it's like constant, constantly going on. Like, they're constantly pulling on the other person. So, another characteristic of a toxic friend is when that friend is insecure. So, a lot of times when someone's insecure, they kind of project things onto other people because of the way that they feel about themselves. And so that can be dangerous in different ways. A toxic friend can be untrustworthy. You can't tell them secrets, you can't tell them things, or you can't trust them with things, or because you're not so sure that they'll handle these things, whether they're secrets or whatever, with care. You know, a toxic friend can be controlling, like they're always telling you what to do, and it's like, I know better, I'm so they're always telling you what to do and they expect for you to do it and do it the way that they tell you. And if you don't do it like that, then they get mad. Toxic friends can be very critical. And this is one that I struggled with, being critical of people and kind of judgmental. And I struggled with that for a little while until I lived a little, experienced a little, became a mom, and a wife. I had to practice patience and love and all of those things. But anyway, yeah, so toxic friends can be very critical, criticizing just different things in your life constantly. Toxic friends can be passive aggressive, and when I say that, I mean they don't want to talk about things, directly, or issues directly. Instead, they hold it against you, and then it comes up in other ways, or they get mad at you for something else that, and that's because they never address the issue at hand. That's not good. Toxic friends can be freeloaders and users, you know. Toxic friends can be bullies, and sometimes that can turn into some type of abusive situation, so you have to be careful. um, Toxic friends can be liars. I mean, just people who just lie. It's like, why would you even lie about that? And manipulate you into thinking things or doing things. It's not good. And also, toxic friends can be very jealous or envious of you or other people, and so you have to be very careful with these types of friends and characteristics of a toxic friend, and make sure that you're not being that way either. Check yourself too. So let's put some of those words into action form. So here are some signs, and here are some scenarios that you're in an unhealthy or toxic relationship. So when a friend doesn't respect you or your boundaries, that's a red flag. Okay? That is a red flag, because you've expressed to them what you expect and what you will allow. And if they continuously cross that line, that's a red flag. Another sign is if or when a friend tries to isolate you from other friends or relationships, even romantic relationships, and they're trying to maybe they're talking bad about these people, or saying how you shouldn't be with them or be around them or whatever because of whatever. And it's like, no, well, actually, so that's not a good thing. Anyway, another sign is when your friend only wants to spend time with you or call you or whatever when they need something from you. It's like, oh yeah, and that's the only time you hear from them. And it's like, no. And also another sign is when you can't be yourself around them. You can't be your authentic self. That's not a good thing, because you should be able to be yourself around your friends. Lastly, Another sign of that you're in a toxic relationship or friendship relationship is when you make excuses for your friend's behavior and you start to defend them and be like, oh, well, you know, that's how that's how she is or whatever. And then other friends are telling you, no, she or he is not treating you right, you know, or they're doing this and how come you don't see it? So just be leery of when people are trying to tell you something. Okay, so now let's briefly and quickly go through how to deal with toxic friends. Okay, so you set healthy boundaries. Call them out on their behavior in the moment. Don't wait. Distance yourself slowly in some situations. Go to therapy. I've gone to therapy, and I'm telling you that it's helped me in so many of my relationships. Um, Boost your own self esteem away from them. Okay? Don't engage or get involved in whatever they have going on. Understand why they're being toxic. It could be they could be going through something too. You know, change how you view the friendship. Is it really that important to have this person in your life? Yeah, it's gonna hurt when you have to cut the relationship off, but what can you do? And lastly, cut them off completely. With some people, you're just gonna have to cut them off completely. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I'll see you in the next one. May God bless us on this journey. All right, bye.